Hi. I'm going to be doing some videos interviewing different people, which will go on the new membership section on the website called How to Make It. And there's a little bit of a preamble to that. I was going to sort of talk a little bit about some of the things that seem to be important about the people who sort of do very well musically, who achieve their own little personal dream about what it is they're going to do. I know How to Make It is a bit of a grand title, implying that it's like reaching superstardom, and in a way, in some cases, it's very close to that. People that have gone and worked with really successful, famous musicians. But what I wanted to sort of get across is that becoming a successful musician or being involved in music requires sometimes a little bit of creative thinking. The type of thing that maybe entrepreneurial thinking tends to do, in as much that great entrepreneurs tend not to be the type of people who follow patterns set by other people. They tend to find their own way. And there's one of the elements which will keep coming up in this, I'm absolutely sure, is that many of these people are sort of anomalies to the considered wisdom about how something is done. Now, there's an interesting case cited by Matthew Paris, actually, who's got a programme on Radio 4 called Great Lives. And one of the things that he sort of said is that it seems very strange that over 90% probably, or even more, of the people that get nominated as a great life either didn't have a standard education or had a very bohemian sort of education, and yet they managed to achieve incredible things. And that in itself may be a clue to how people who succeed actually get there. It's because they don't do what everybody else is doing. It's a little bit like the people who made the money in the American gold rush, Californian gold rush, were the ones who sold the prospecting pans and the shovels. They weren't the ones actually going out prospecting for gold. So, you know, the analogy I like to use is when all the lemmings are sort of heading towards the cliff, you should be there selling them life jackets. And then when they come back the other side, you know, the ones who survived, you should be selling them towels, maybe. But you shouldn't be the one trying to jump off the cliff in a better way than the others. So if we look at the classic sort of cases of great musicians who stick out a lot, they tend to be the people like the Django Reinhardts and the Jimi Hendrixes of the world, even the Keith Richards characters, the ones that don't do the stuff by the book but have another way of doing things, and even people that had a good musical education, somebody like Miles Davis. His real breakthroughs and real skills were acquired when he started to do unusual things with regard to the music that he was doing. For instance, when he took over playing the trumpet for Charlie Parker, he was taking over from Dizzy Gillespie. Well, there was no way that anybody could play faster than Dizzy Gillespie, so Miles actually did the opposite and played slower, much slower. So I want you to sort of ponder that for a moment, because, as I say, when we start doing the interviews with various people, that I am convinced that there will be lots of unusual and unorthodox viewpoints that will come out that might radically change your opinion of just general music education and how business is done. So I'll leave you with those thoughts, and I look forward to speaking to you soon.